So we've been talking about money streams, right? We've been talking about money coming into the business and money going out of the business. So I want us to be effective all the way around with the full cycle, right? When we talk about, okay, we get money into the business, what do we do with it? And so I want us to be effective stewards in the terms of counting the bag from the expense standpoint. So what I'm going to do real quick is give you the top 5 business expenses because they're essential in business, right? And I just want us to be familiar with what those are and to know if we don't have one of these on our P&L or our chart of accounts, that we might want to take a second look at our record keeping. So real quick, I'm going to share my screen. All right, Jessica Rambus, jrambus.com, count your own bag, have knowledge, have money. All right. Accounting is definitely the language of business. So if I get to the next slide, top 5 business expenses. We have salaries and wages, regular compensation to employees. I've always said that. I was just in a meeting the other day and we were talking about the top expenses. And I said, yeah, it may not be that, but definitely for me, the salaries and wages line item is always high. I mean, it's the highest on the P&L or the income statement, right? So salaries and wages, number 1 on the list. Cost of goods sold, cost for the direct production of goods sold. That's a manufacturing company. Like if you sold donuts or something of that nature, then the production, the shop floor to create those goods, that is going to be the cost of goods sold. Anything directly associated with producing that product. Then we have rent and utilities, just like you as a personal being, right? Your highest expense is going to be your mortgage and your rent. Same thing with the business. It's not the highest on the list, but it is at the top 3 of the list, right? Office space and retail location. If you operate out of your home, which a lot of people do with their business lately since, the pandemic, then that means that you can take a portion of your mortgage and you can apply that as a tax deduction, right? Because just stay consistent with it. But essentially, 25% of your home may be where you operate your business. Just stay consistent with that and know that you can deduct it as a business expense, even though it's your home, period. Marketing and advertising, social media campaigns, print ads, that is another top 5 business expense, right? Marketing and advertising. I put me on there because I thought about my website. So to me, that is marketing and advertising. Some might relate that to a software or a subscription. Same thing, doesn't matter. They're both going to be the allowable tax deductions, but nevertheless, I put it under marketing and advertising. So technology and equipment, that's software, subscriptions, computers, machinery. That is another top 5 business expense. The other ones, because I was wanted to know if I agreed with what is on basically the web and things like that. And I do agree that insurance, office supplies and expenses, travel and entertainment, professional services, loan payments, and interest. I agree that those 2 are probably the top 10 business expenses. And matter of fact, when I show people a chart of account example, all of these expenses are on there. So I just wanted to clarify for office supplies and expenses, that is going to be stationery, printing, and other office necessities. Your basic pencils and paper, right? Those things are your office supplies and expenses. Insurance, we know what that is. Property, health, workers' compensation, travel and entertainment, that's just essential travel that you might have for your business. It can also be employee events. So those are associated with travel and entertainment. Professional services, that is going to be your accounting, legal, and consulting expenses. I have, I put human resources as a professional service. Now, I want to say also that one thing that I learned, and so I'm going to share this with you because it might be easier to remember. When we talk about professional services, there are 3 A's of business. And this was told to me, so I'm telling it to you. The 3 A's are accountant, attorney, and advisor. Those are the 3 essential things in business. And I agree with it. The last but not least is loan payments and interest. So we talk about debt, we talk about capital. I need money in. Okay, well, you got to pay that money back out, Okay, so yeah, it says including principal, repayment, and interest expenses, because on that debt and borrowing money, there will definitely be some interest involved in that. All right, top 5 business expenses, jessicarambus.com. You can do that, but just remember to put the CKA, or I shorten it up for you, jrambus.com, right? Go to my site, sign up for a consultation, and we will count your bag, or I'll help you count your bag, whatever. All right, see you on the other side.